Hello, general population of YouTube. My name is Joshua Jansen. As you can clearly see, I'm wearing oil-stained boots. Rubbing up my hands already. So, my most recent project is this. I know it's next to impossible to read, but it is a Massey Ferguson Super 90 tractor. Belonged to my father. And I've already drained out the old fuel from it. I actually did that a couple of days ago. Tip: if you are ever running really low on fuel, or no, not fuel. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, I have a whole bunch of fucking disclaimers later. I'll go through them some other time. But if you ever run low on something that you need to dump on your land to, get rid of them goddamn pesky weeds, diesel fuel, or gas or diesel fuel works really well. But anyways, enough about me. Let's focus on the tractor. So, get that fucker out of the way. Here's the manual. You got your basic operation. If you want to read the paragraphs and the description and shit. This is all unimportant. I've studied all this because I need to know how to drive this son of a witch. But, for starters, I want to check out the bottom. And yes, I could just crawl underneath there, but I want to look at the bottoms of the wheels. So, I got my handy-dandy little jack set up here. You can just start pumping. I got it on top of two old boards that shouldn't be supporting this much weight, and an old log that we use to prevent from parking. Yes, I am holding a camera in one hand and pumping this guy in the other. Please do not take that clip out of context. So, I'm just going to find a quick place to set my phone down for a second. Because I record on the phone, I'm not that fancy. I don't own a camera. I will have absolutely no ducking idea if that shot is terrible. But, let me just get this jacked up or off, or whichever term you prefer. Yeah, sometimes you need to check to make sure that everything's going semi-according to plan. As you can see, a lottie ducking Lou. That guy's about dead. Anywho, alright, let me grab my recording device. Okay. Kick the old stool out of the way. City folk call it a 5-gallon pail. I call it a stool. So, under here we have the bolt where the, not fuel, but where the, fucking oil, that's it, lays. Don't worry about the background noises. A neighbor of mine is spraying. So, we got the entire workarounds here. That's where I drained the fuel from. I don't know enough about old tractors to know processes to drain. Wow, fucking sprayers are loud. So, I'm gonna set this guy off of the stilt that it's on. Ooh, shit. This is all raw, uncut footage because I'm too poor to afford editing software. So let me just put this on, definitely on my tripod, because I'm definitely not just bouncing on a old hinge. Pretty damn violent. And the jack always tries to kill you. But that's fine. Got some built up shit right there. So, on one of these, what you're going to want to do to get a look at the top cover of the engine and refuel it, is you're going to want to unlock this son of a witch. Make sure it's facing down for where I'm going eventually. And then pop the other guy, and if yours does not have a radiator cover, which I'm trying to find if I can buy one, that other guy, it might slip out. Yeah. So then what you want to do is you want to grab onto this handle and push up where my father is. So I recommend keeping a hand on it and then just popping in this fancy little rigmarole. Locks that son of a witch right in place. As you can see by my hand, that little red mark and the other little red mark is where this, while my hand was set right here, came crashing down on top of it. So I'm going to take my secondary stool, shorter because it's midgets, pop my other foot on the tire, or up here. Try to have the majority of your weight on this guy. This is the steering shaft. You kind of want that son of a witch intact. Well, that's showing up a lot better than I thought it would on camera. So here, you got your fuel tank. Now on this sucker, it's a gas. So it's large because gas was about as efficient as a woman's fart. Another clip that I really probably shouldn't have said, and I hope nobody takes out of context. Right here, you got your radiator. You got your little warnings, which I scrubbed off because I thought it was interesting. So if I stick my head under here, I can see the entirety of the radiator. I can also see the exact same thing from a much safer angle, but safety sucks. So this guy was popped and rubbing up against this son of a witch, so I grabbed the pliers and pinched that little feck back into place. Oops. Accidentally broke an old rusty rubber pad. Trust me, I know that sentence don't make no sense. So, if I crawl up on this jizzer, which as you can see, one step is favored over the other, I got my steering wheel. Now, if you've ever driven an automobile, or a car, you know how one of these sons of witches work. If I had the still up on the jack, I could actually turn the wheels, but this pucker's buried. So here I got my clutch. Now, when you start this son of a bitch, you're going to want it here, where it can easily switch in between, as this diagram of fuck right there states. Currently, it is stuck and cannot go into fourth. And I haven't tried too terribly hard because I'm only going to be using first, second, third, or reverse. So, what you're going to want to do is when you plug in the key, turn it, press the start button. Right here you got your fucking engine power thingy. I'm going to crank that son of a witch up. And before you ask me what this little guy is, fuck if I know. I didn't say in the owner manual. And then while you're going, then you're most likely going to want to put it in first. And when you get going to a comfortable speed, you're going to change that by lifting this up, putting it over to the right. Then you're going to lift it up to go into second, as stated by the diagram down here. I could follow the instructions, but that'd be cheating. You know, I don't cheat unless I have to. And then when you get going comfortable with this, then you're going to pump the clutch and drop it down. Let's see, it's in second. 1, 2 slots. And then if I had the fourth working, you lift it up, move it over, to then put it into fourth. Any questions? No, good. Didn't think so. So, second, and the third, second, first, neutral. And then right here, as we're going about, can't see dog shit because light, but I could probably change that. Or I can't. Damn. Oh, no, I can. There we go. Now you can see how dusty and grimy and dirty this son of a witch is. So, start. In the manual, it's listed as start/neutral. So you're going to put it onto L for loser speed, and then all the way down to high for great. I'm going to leave it in neutral, and I'll leave this guy in there. So right here, how your brake pedals work is usually you have a little switch right here that connects them, so you don't have to press down the middle. Now, that little handy dandy fucker broke off a long time ago, so yeah. So now if you're gonna do this, you're gonna want to put your foot right there, press down and hold, because this fucker's gonna slip away from you if you don't. And now, before I get any comment asking, these two pedals are your footrest, because unlike every other automobile, you don't have to use no fucking accelerator pedal. This is just a clutch for shifting gears. So, what you're going to want to do is, when you're shutting her down, pull this guy. I already pulled it down, but just pull it down. And you're going to grab the choke with 2 fingers, pull it out because you're a man. Stop the engine. Shut that key off, which I'll have to buy a new key because the key's lost. And there you go. But if you're parking in this some bitch on an incline, this is where that little lever comes in really handy. Because then you can push this guy down. And there's a really big lever. Right? Fucking paint. Right there that you're going to switch forward. That locks it in place. But because I don't have that one lever, it only locks one pedal, which works. And then to switch it off, you just flick the sucker, and then you have to pump it, and they all come out. So, hope you learned something. I know in the 2.5 months that it took, 2.5 weeks that it took me to get it to the point where it is now, I definitely did. I'm not that great at outros, but, here's a nice sunset to look at for a little while. Just give me a minute. This has been Josh. See you later.